Hello followers, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins, the Let's Play of Zath Lasan, the Mage. When we last left off, we just completed our harrowing and have become a full-fledged mage. Let's see what else the story has in mind for us. What do you know? You survived the harrowing. Joun, another circle apprentice, roused you from your slumber the morning after. After fretting about his own delayed harrowing, Joun informed you that Urkel would like to speak with you. A perfect summary. Let's go see what we can find here. There's my camera, there's my camera. Let's see here. Is there anything over here of use? No.
Right.
Yes, I like to loot things. Looting is always good in these games because it gives you tons of gear. Also, some of this gear is better than the basic starting equipment. And I know where to look for everything. Every quest, every mission.
As you wish.
I know everything in the game. I played it a lot.
This should be easy enough.
Let's see, anything useful? Phase. Phase? Good. Inventory. I want you to go there.
Hey, did you hear about that apprentice they're going to send for?
Shh.
Templar
Yes,
Brand.
is there something you need?
What's out there?
For Eldon, it's not very interesting. Mostly farms, the occasional river.
That's a big door.
Yes, it is. Do you need something, or are you just here to state the obvious?
Can you open the door?
The Knight Commander would have my head if I did that. Besides, I hear it takes no less than 4 grown men to open this door.
I can't leave then?
No, you may not. I'm surprised you ask. I would have thought you'd be used to this idea by now.
Why can't I
Only
leave?
mages on official circle business are allowed to leave the tower, and the first enchanter has not informed us of any mages leaving the tower today.
Is this the only way out of the
The
tower?
only safe one, as far as I know. There are windows on the higher levels, but surely you don't need me to warn you of the dangers of leaping from them. It never ends well.
I
Make
see
a
the
smile
code.
fortune on you.
I think I'll name this one Exploring the Tower.
I heard they suspect someone of dabbling in blood magic. Why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence. That's what I hear anyway.
That is an odd graphical glitch, basically saying that blood magic is powerful. You can bend others to your will, and force demons into your service, and that's what he's heard anyway. Death magic in this, or blood magic rather, is literally a death sentence. Basically anyone other than another blood mage who knows you are a blood mage is going to kill you. Or at the very least report you, unless they're
As you
in
wish.
the gray area like the cartels. Generally, it's not wise to be a blood mage, unless you're a Grey Warden. Because Grey Wardens do what they have to, in order to make sure that the Darkspawn threat is completely dealt with. Grab everything, because everything is useful.
Must control the fire with
Oh
your
yes,
will.
this scene is hilarious.
Keep the flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
Injuries? But...
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe. You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Seems like a wise decision, sir.
You remember what the chantry says about magic?
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Children.
Very good. And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me?
Only boys can do magic.
Hey!
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
Gold star to you.
I remember when you were this age. Adorable.
Yeah, I grew up here. This Oh, nope, not getting close to that.
Put all my power behind that spell, you would
That
have
will
been
knock you
obliterated.
down. If you
I am
get
not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited.
exploited.
No?
Then stand firm and know you can resist whatever. Again!
Ha. He'll be the first to go, probably. Let's see here. Nope, nothing new. Up we go to the next level. And this is where things really start to get interesting. You gotta love the tower. And all the mages. I'm not sure if I'll recruit the mages or the Templars. Probably the Templars.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom
the
of magical
Tranquil.
items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
But what can I buy here?
The stockroom is not a shop. Your mentor should have clarified this. The stockroom stores components used in magical and alchemical experiments. Do you require something?
Are you really a Tranquil mage?
I voluntarily submitted to the rite of tranquility. I was unwilling to undergo the harrowing. I find this state agreeable.
Don't you think what they did to you is cruel?
Tranquility has its merits. I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions. Now things are simple.
And now you are no longer a person.
My body is similar in form to yours, possessing an equal number of limbs, appendages, and internal organs. I perform the same physical functions. My mind is capable of higher thought processes. Am I to be denied personhood because I do not feel as you do?
But a person has emotions. You don't.
People feel things to different degrees. One individual may be more empathetic than the next. Some are quick to anger, while others are not. Yet you would not single one out and accuse him of not being a person. My capacity to feel differs from yours, but you also differ from all other beings. You are no more a person than others, and I am no less a person than you are.
But emotions are essential.
I propose we agree to disagree. Personhood is not measurable. Therefore, we should let this rest.
Perfect. This is just what I like to hear. What was becoming Tranquil like?
It is difficult to describe. I would perhaps compare it to being plunged into a pool of ice-cold water.
Huh. What happened during the Rite of Tranquility?
I was ordered to never speak of it. I cannot go against the Circle's wishes.
I should go now.
Very well. Goodbye.
I like Owain. He's got a very interesting point of view. Personhood is not measurable. So many foolish people in the world. Oh well. Let's see. Nope. Wrong door. This is the door. I go full circle before ever going that way. I like this guy. He's so funny.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. Are you new to the Circle?
You might remember me as an apprentice.
I'm sorry. There are so many of you, and I get confused. Not to mention, these old eyes are starting to go.
Everyone makes mistakes.
You're too kind. I'm old and about to fall apart. Nothing in the world can fix that.
If you say so.
Anyway, did you need something?
I just wanted to talk.
I'm not good at talking. Too much chatter makes my head throb. Don't you have lessons to get to? Shoo!
Shoo. Well, he's a nice guy. I like him. What's this? Yeah. Click on it. 4 schools magic primal. I may eventually do a series on this, but
Let's get started.
that might happen at a later date. Oh, let's go greet a fellow mage, or apprentice, I guess.
Do you need something? If not, step back. You're in my light.
I just wanted to greet another of my kind.
Are you surprised? We are probably more attuned to magic than humans are. Or at least our ancestors must have been. With most of our history lost, I suppose I'll never really know. Maybe the Dalish elves would, but I've never met one.
Lost history?
When elves were taken on as slaves, we lost most of our culture. Few of us even know our own language. I hear the Dalish try to keep the old ways alive. Must be easier for them outside human rule.
I wish I knew the old language.
As do I. Perhaps one day I will have the chance to learn it. Are you from an alienage? I'm from a farm outside Highever. My mother worked as the cook's assistant there.
I can't quite remember where I was from.
They must have taken you away when you were very young. I suppose it doesn't matter where we're from, does it? We're in the circle now.
We're reviled as mages as well.
I am satisfied knowing the humans who look down upon me will fear me instead. But I should get back to my books.
Thank you for talking with me.
Good day.
I am gonna say that this character, the idea I have in mind is he fell out in the middle of nowhere, got adopted by someone in a small country area, before eventually getting completely and utterly put into the circle because he showed magic at a
I think
very
someone's
young
here to
age.
speak to you, Senior Torren. Hello, were you looking for something?
Who are you?
I'm Njal, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have.
Or are you talking to that other mage
The
about?
fraternities. Groups of mages with a common agenda. I think we should all be isolationists. Stay in some remote mountain town far away from the mundanes who hate us.
I agree.
I'd go hide alone in the wilds if I could. But you know they just brand me an apostate and hunt me down. There is no leaving the circle. It's till death do us part. Romantic, isn't it?
Apostate?
If you leave the circle, you become an apostate. And the punishment for leaving is death. Pretty grim, huh?
Why would anyone leave the circle?
The grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it? It's better to never be brought to the circle than to try to escape it. I wouldn't risk it, though. I've heard of hedge witches who've managed to survive on their own, eluding the circle for a lifetime. But if the Templars discover them, well, you know what happens. Then there are stories about the Dalish elf clans having great magic. But who knows what's truth and what's fiction when it comes to the Dalish?
They do have great magic, though. I should get going.
Alright, have a good day.
They do have great magic, though, but some of them are less than ideal for magic users.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
What were you talking about earlier?
Ah, the fraternities of the Enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics. More trouble than it's worth, really.
Tell me about the fraternities.
They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians. They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to. Then there are the Chantry apologists, the loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money, and the isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then, of course, there are the libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy.
Which do you belong to?
Huh. Well, if I had to, I'd say I was an Equitarian, but I ducked out of the fray a long time ago. Most of the senior enchanters are Equitarians. Irving, Wynne, Sweeney. Ulrid's a libertarian, and a loud one at that. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting. But what can you do?
Giving up doesn't help anyone.
An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately. Lots of world to cover.
True. But what a great world we will create, potentially. Ooh, what's in there?
This should be easy enough.
Surprisingly, I haven't gotten an Acolyte staff.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't hear you come in. I'm sorry, I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving.
There's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, Duncan his name is. He must be here to talk to Irving about something important. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once.
Really?
There were several of us chosen, though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit. They only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. They picked someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since. Ah, well, I should get back to my work.
Oh my. You really should have said yes. But oh well, in the end. Let's see.
Let's get started.
More lyrium dust. Just what we need. Oh my. Ooh, what's in here? Iced band.
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentices' dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters. The Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon.
Neat.
I heard that you completed the harrowing in record time.
Yep, that's me. Superior in every way. My magic is great. Although I am a pacifist, I'm a healer, not a fighter. Ah, this guy. I like this guy. He comes in like every single Dragon Age game, so we'll talk to him a bit and we'll see his evolution throughout the ages, so to speak.
Greetings. I'm glad your harrowing went well.
I wasn't planning on failing.
I have heard of failed harrowings. The consequences were not pleasant. Honestly, I've never seen an abomination, or been called on to slay one.
I'm sure someone would have told you when to strike.
Gregor would have guided me. Something must happen. But what if it's not obvious? Could abominations be walking among us right now?
I'm sure there are no abominations here.
This is still new to me. Maybe one day I'll be as dedicated and driven as Knight Commander Gregor.
If you're female, he's actually quite hilarious to talk to. He's a very dedicated man, yes.
You must be busy. Perhaps we can talk another time.
I will become the enchanter of this place one day. That's my character's thought anyway.
Did you see that Grey Warden? I hear he's trying to recruit a mage for his orders.
As you wish.
Oh, recruiting a mage for the Order of the Grey Wardens. Ha! That would be so interesting. But I don't think it's my kind of Please, I want to be an enchanter.
As you wish.
Actually, I want to be the first enchanter. You, what do you want to say?
This is infuriating. Another batch destroyed. Say, have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom?
Yes, I just spoke to him.
Oh, excellent. He wasn't there last I looked. I hope he still has some cinnabar lying around. When I asked last week, he said he was running out.
And what do you have to say?
I'd avoid Leora if I were you. She's been rather testy lately.
Why?
Who knows? I'm not going to ask her why she's irritable. Women hate those kind of questions.
Slowly but surely making our way throughout the place.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
What are you doing?
Blessed... Oh, hello. I'm reciting the Maker's blessings. Would you like to join me?
Yes, I would.
Wonderful. I'll start over. Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Blessed are the penitents who seek his return.
Blessed is the prophetess, purified by the flame.
May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. So let it be. Thank you for praying with me. I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times.
Are you in trouble?
No, not really. It's just... I don't want to bore you with this.
It's alright, I want to know.
It gives me hope that one day the Maker will hear us. That maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted.
Curse?
Magic. What else?
Magic isn't a curse.
Magic causes such misery. It's dangerous and vile and wicked. The Chantry must protect the world from us. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it.
You could use your abilities to help people.
That doesn't take magic. If I could, I would dedicate my life to the Chantry, but they would never take me in. Perhaps this is just something I will have to suffer through. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religious contemplation.
On
it. You could help people. That's my favorite thing.
I heard about your harrowing. Congratulations. Andraste must have smiled upon you.
I am a healer. For a very specific reason. This character does not like to use the more aggressive stances of magic. Only the good will become a thing that he uses. Oh, what's in here?
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
You sent for me?
Ah, if it isn't our new brother in the circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, then, where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
Pleased to meet you.
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
I would like to defend for Eldon.
With the Darkspawn invading, We need all the help we can get, especially from the Circle.
What do you mean?
The power you mages wield is an asset to any army. Your spells are very effective against large groups of mindless darkspawn. I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another blight.
Duncan, you worry the poor lad with talk of blights and darkspawn. This is a happy day for him.
We live in troubled times, my friend.
We should seize moments of levity, especially in troubled times. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of magi.
Thank you, First Enchanter.
I'm sorry, what is this phylactery?
Blood is taken from all apprentices when they first come to the tower, and is preserved in special vials.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them.
I am glad to be a part of the Circle.
It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
I will do that.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
It would be my pleasure.
The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
In other words, it's going to be a lot of yelling. What's over here? Somewhere around here should be... Ah, yes, there. Yeah, let's talk.
Thank you for walking with me. I'm glad for the company.
I wanted to talk to you a little more.
Yes? What about?
Have there been many darkspawn attacks?
A horde has formed within the Korkari wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
That sounds ominous.
Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face.
And the king is mustering an army to beat back this threat?
Yes, perhaps it will be enough if we play our cards right.
Why were Irving and Gregor arguing about the war?
It is not my place to comment.
Please, I'd like to know.
Gregor serves the Chantry, and the relationship between the Chantry and mages has always been strained. You've realized by now that the Chantry merely tolerates magic? They watch only because they feel they must.
I don't see why the Chantry and mages can't get along.
The Chantry believes that a mage should fear his power. It was the pride of mages, they say, that brought the Darkspawn upon us in the first place. Any mages who join the King's army can unleash their full power on the Darkspawn. In fact, I'm counting on it. Gregor may be afraid of what will happen. What if the mages decide they no longer want to be governed by the Chantry?
What are your
I
opinions on the
believe
matter?
we must defeat the Darkspawn, one way or another. My opinions end there.
We should continue on our
Yes,
way.
let's. Yes, shouldn't we move along? Yes, what about?
Let's see here. What do Grey Wardens do?
Our duty is to battle Darkspawn wherever they appear. We are elves, humans, and dwarves united by this common purpose.
Elves?
Some of our most honored wardens have been elves. The hero, Garahel, the last warden to slay an archdemon, was one such. The Darkspawn threaten everyone. They do not distinguish between the races, and neither should we. Has being an elf in the circle been difficult?
A little.
It is hard to change perceptions. I've tried to reason with many, and failed. If one has always seen elves as less than human, it's hard to imagine them as something else.
I don't care what others think of me.
A good attitude, though be careful not to take it too far.
Have there been many Darkspawn attacks?
A horde has formed within the Korkari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
Ah, yes. I thought the Darkspawn had been driven away.
We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back.
Let's be off. I'd rather not think about it.
Avoiding a problem does not make it disappear. The Darkspawn are a real threat we cannot ignore. But standing around talking solves nothing. Let us go. Thank you for escorting me.
Okay, that's the end of this episode. You can see we have a visitor there. So we'll continue the quest for exploring the tower much next episode, which I will record immediately after this one. And with that, slap the like button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to help me become a GodTuber, and I'll see you all in the next episode.